Good morning. So we are continuing with the Uddhav Gita. We had stopped at verse 6, and yesterday what we had done was purely a very esoteric teachings of Sri Krishna. He had said about the world being unreal. Today we are going to continue on a slightly difficult note, the same thing. So let us see what Krishna says to us, to Uddhava rather. We are doing Uddhav Gita Chapter 23 verse 7. Therefore, nothing is proved to be other than the Atma, which is distinct. The threefold appearance in the Atma is proved to be without foundation. Know the threefold division consisting of the gunas to be but the effect of Maya. Now, what we had learnt yesterday was that this whole universe is nothing but the dream of the Divine Lord, Narayana. He projects the world out. It's like a spider who projects the web outside his body, dwells in it, withdraws the whole thing once again. So Narayana, which is the unmanifest manifest, it's both ways, has this ability to create this unreal world as a dream world, as we call it, and then absorb it back into his own being. So Sri Krishna is telling Uddhava, therefore nothing is proved to be other than the Atma, which is distinct from the universe. So then what is real in this? The one who is real is called the divinity. So it is Narayana who is real because he is, remember, he is having the dream, he is sleeping on the couch made of Adishesh on the ocean of milk. It sounds very beautiful, isn't it? But what exactly is this? Now, the whole idea of the Divine Lord sleeping on this bed of Adishesh sounds like a story, like a fairy tale. If you look at it, it tells us how this universe got created. It's a projection from the coiled serpent. See, think about it. It's a coiled serpent, and from that a projection is coming out like that. And when we talk of the ocean of milk, now this is not the milk that we are talking about, the cow's milk and all that. No, this is the absolute vastness of the divinity, the vastness, the huge thing. And from that comes this dream. Now, when this dream is occurring, at that time, remember, even in your dream, is the dream real? No. You are real because you are getting that dream. So this is just an example. Likewise, Narayana is dreaming. The whole dream is you as well as this universe. So that dream gets absorbed back into the being. Just like your dreams fade away when you wake up. When your eyes open, your dreams vanish. They come just when you are in that REM sleep. rapid eye movement they call it. So from deep sleep to REM and then to the waking state. So in that state, you are projecting something out. And that projection vanishes the moment you are awake. So it is the fluid state in between. I'm sure you know what fluid means. Fluid doesn't mean gas or liquid. It's in between that. It's an easy movement from here to there and from there to there. It's the in-between state. And that state is very, very, like we say, fluid. So the dream state is you easily get into the waking state and the dream vanishes. Likewise, you may be dreaming just before you go to sleep. And the dream happens and then you fade away into the sleep. So the dream has gone. Who is real in this? You are real. So in similar fashion, the Divine Lord is real. And the dream is unreal. Got the answer? So, in your case, this body and everything that is connected to the body, that means this physical, the material world around you, which you can see, hear, touch, smell or taste, it is all unreal. An example could be, suppose you don't have any you don't have any sense of smell. So even if I keep the Chennai rose in front of you or some of the most beautiful perfumed items, will you be able to smell them? No. For you, it all looks the same, isn't it? There is no smell. Likewise, if you do not have the ability to see color, some people have that problem where they can't see color. So for them, everything appears one only, isn't it? For a blind man, there is nothing to see. For a deaf person, there is nothing to hear. Their world is pin drop silence. Absolutely deaf people, their world is pin drop silence. I'm sure you have seen a lot of videos where the child who has been deaf since childhood is given an instrument to put in his ear, or maybe there is a kind of an implant given to him and suddenly he starts hearing. Then the world has opened up for him. Think like that. So if you are deaf, if you are dumb, if you can't smell, if you can't see, if you can't hear, you can't touch also, then this world itself is unreal, isn't it? It is because of the senses and the mind, the world appears real to us. The yogis, they eliminate these senses. They blank out the senses. And they blank out the mind. They overcome the mind. When you overcome the mind, you will not experience anything. For you, everything is the same. But that is an extremely difficult task for any human being to achieve. Overcoming the mind. The yogis have to attempt that. It is only when they do that that they will not experience this world. What do? They become the Atma. So only thing that exists is called the Atma. The rest of the world is all unreal. It appears because of the senses. See, again I will explain to you. If there is a red color rose in front of you, a very sweet smelling rose, let us say. You see the rose, that is why you know it is there. You smell it, so you know it is fragrant. You touch the stem and you get hurt. There is a thorn over there. Right? Now, somebody says, don't touch it. There are thorns in it. You hear those words. So we have literally used everything over here. But if I have to control those senses, then what appears? It can be a rose or it can be even a thorn. Does it matter to you? Now let us go back to the words which was said at the beginning. If the rose or the thorns are not of any concern to you, which means if people were to deride you or praise you, why should it matter to you? Did you see this correlation? If someone says something bad to you or praises you, what difference does it make? So for the yogi, there is no differentiation. So you eliminate the senses and the mind, because the mind tells you that is a rose, right? So when you overcome these senses and the mind and the intellect, you will not experience those things outside of you. Then where are you? So you are lost within. And that is what is called the self. Or that is what is called the Atma. So therefore nothing is proved to be other than the Atma, which is distinct from this universe. So everything outside is the universe, the created object, created by the mind and the senses. What is inside is called the Atma. The threefold appearances of the Atma. These are Adhyatmik, Adibhautik, and Adidaivik. Three kinds. So, what is Adhyatmik? You know Adhyatma. Adhyatma is connected to spirituality also. We say Adhyatma. We are doing spiritual. So, that which is connected to the Atma. Difficulties which arises because of the Atma. Think about it like that. I will explain this by example. Adidaivik, the ones which appear because Daiva. Daiva means gods, okay? Unknown factors, right? Gods are not known. So, like an unknown factor. That is causing misery to you. So, the problems could be Adidaivik. They suddenly come. And Adibhautik. Bhutas. Bhutas means the elements. So there are three kinds of issues that happen and we experience them. The Atma doesn't experience, it is actually you. The physical body experiences them. Let us see how they work. So let us start from the Adibhautik. You know, it's very hot in here. We say these words. Can I put on the fan? Can I have a cold glass of water? This trouble is coming to you because of the bhutas. Bhutas means elements. The element outside. What is happening? The sun is burning hot. The weather is very, very, dry or sultry or whatever. It's extremely hot. So you experience the hot. And then you want a cold drink or a cool glass of water. So you feel nice about it, right? So these are called the troubles arising because of the bhutas, the elements outside. So one example of that. Adidaivik. Now who knew that this pandemic is going to come suddenly out of somewhere? You had no clue. Likewise, That ship which is stuck up in the canal, Suez Canal, how did it happen? Suddenly out of somewhere. And then the whole trade is stopped. Because we don't know, we can't understand, can't pinpoint. Likewise, you are suddenly, suddenly stuck up with something, some disease. And you are wondering, how did that happen? So there is this famous actor, David Duchovny. Those who know X-Files will remember him. So he was going to New York City. And in the cab or somewhere, he doesn't know where. Suddenly he was stuck with this coronavirus. And then when he went back home, he had to go into quarantine. And he says, I don't know how it happened. It's the same thing. Where are you? What are you doing? Where did you meet? Whom did you meet? There is no way of identifying how the virus can come to you. So we call it Daivik. Mysterious ways. Mysteriously by means of godly kind of a thing, it appears. So the troubles can come because of mysterious stuff. Now, Adhyatmic, think about these lessons that I am giving you since yesterday. How many of you actually understand them? Guruji is teaching us something, I don't know. I just have to sit through this whole torture, You must be thinking like this. You must be thinking, he's saying some words, but it sounds so tough. First and foremost, I was thinking there is a mind, there is a soul, there is this, there, and now he's come up with this Adhyatmic, Adidaivi, Adibhautik, what, all this nonsense. I can't even understand all these things. Your mind itself is not accepting it, and you say, okay, I can't understand anything. So the trouble which is there is more spiritual in nature. So I hope you understood. So these problems can appear because of this. So these three things are there and they affect you so much. Diseases, personal problems, issues with your family, your offices, your bosses or whatever. Are they not affecting you? And suddenly some difficulty arises in your life. You keep on falling sick or you keep on hurting yourself somewhere or the other. You keep on falling somewhere or the other. Oh, I hurt my arm, I hurt my leg, this is happening. And it is like a continuous thing. And you say, oh my God, this is some kind of a, hex that has been put on me. Isn't that what you feel like? Somebody has put a hex on you. Troubles can come in any form, any which way. There is no way of knowing. So he says, the threefold appearance of the Atma is proved to be without foundation. This threefold appearance, what is this? These are the things that appear. What foundation is there? There is no foundation for all these things. They happen. We say, no, the threefold division consists of the gunas to be but the effect of Maya. This effect of Maya appearing in your life, the troubles that come, they suddenly seem to appear. The problems. And this is nothing but Maya. The Maya's way of actually attacking you. Maya doesn't attack. It is you, you succumb to it. The same thing may be happening to another person, but that person is not bothered. So think about it like this. You are sitting over there in the hot sun and you're feeling, oh my God, this sun is so hot, blah, 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 blah. You just keep on thinking. It's affecting you. Right? And because it is affecting you, you are in a terrible mess. You're thinking, why is this thing happening? Why is this thing happening? I had gone to a very beautiful city in India called Udaipur. The sun was bearing down, I think more 40, 44, 43. I don't know. What was the temperature over there? And my taxi fellow had lost himself somewhere, God knows where. And there was a massive traffic jam. The sun was bearing down and people were standing all over the place. This is before the pandemic. And everybody was going in for some cold drink or some, water bottle or this or that. You will be amazed. The whole place was a mess. And I said, I have to sit. And I sat on the curb with all that dust and grime all around me. I just sat down over there in the hot sun. If you were there, you would have felt the sun. You would have fainted over there. You would have wanted a glass of water or maybe some kind of a aid. But to sit in the sun and not feel anything. If you can control this, you can control the weather also inside of you. When it is hot outside, you can be cool inside. That is the power of the yogi. He is able to manipulate because he is neither the mind nor the body. Did you get the point? So, whether the bhutas outside are pressurizing him on the temperatures, the thirst or whatever it might be, you can easily control it. Death is terminal. When you see somebody die in front of you or the person is hurt, you know how much it affects you. That is connected to unknown factors. All that is Maya. Anyway, the person was supposed to die. So what is the big deal in his death? He just passed on from this body to another. I had posted one video where, there is a dead body lying over there in the field, battlefield of Abhimanyu. And Arjuna is saying, I feel so terrible. He is dead. My son is dead. What am I going to tell my wife? That the only son that I had is dead now. So Krishna says, why are you bothered? I am there. I will handle the issue. So the dead body is lying over there. The wife is there. Arjuna's wife is there. As well as that young man's wife is there, Uttara. And Krishna, and they are both crying. Krishna looks at them and says, life is like this. He is not the body. You are crying for a vessel. Whereas he is the Atma. Atma never dies. Atma is immortal. Whenever you want, you can experience the Atma. But nobody is able to understand this. All this is a creation of Maya. Think about it. There is a dead man lying over there. Now let us say in a human being's life, there is a dead person at home. The wife may be crying, my husband died, or something like that. Then a few months pass by. And then maybe a year goes by. And then she finds another person and gets married to him. So what happened to that loss of yours? What love you said you had? What happened to it? It is transactional. There is nothing called love in this world. All this love that you have between husband, wife, mother, father, brother, sister, this is all transactional. Just try avoid something and see what happens. Don't give the money. Don't do this. Don't do that. That love will turn into hatred very soon. Because expectations are the root cause of this misery. So let us come back to the subject once again. So, Krishna explains to them that body is transactional. It is there today and is gone tomorrow. And this whole world appears because of Maya alone. And those who understand this truth can reach the self. They are beyond the gunas, beyond the mind. And that is why we have to overcome this Maya. Know the real from the unreal. Discriminate. That is the word. So we go to the next verse. We are doing Uddhav Gita Chapter 23 verse 8. He who knows this quintessence of knowledge and realization that I have spoken of, neither praises nor criticizes anybody. He moves in the world like the sun. The worst part is hardly anybody understands in today's day and age. Even the great people, those who seem to be great in this world, get affected by Maya. Maya catches them by the throat and they get affected. So Krishna says, if you can understand this knowledge which I have given just now, he who knows this quintessence of knowledge and realization that I have spoken of, if you can understand what I have spoken of just now and the real meaning of these words, then you will not be affected by the material world at all. If you have expectations from people, you are going to suffer very badly because people will let you down and you yourself will let you down. Look at it this way. You are expecting to come out first in the examination and you are saying, I will do this, I will get the degree, I will get this and I will get that. And when the results come, you are not able to achieve anything. You get very average marks. But I tried very hard. I wrote so nicely. Maybe you are supposed to go to Harvard or some of those great schools and you are not able to go there. My luck is not on my side, you will say. But you are anyway not supposed to go there. So if you are not supposed to go there, why are you bothered about it? Why is it affecting you? That is a transitory world. All the great people in this world don't have to go to Harvard to become somebody great. See, you can be just a person who has studied in a very small school like Ramanujam and you can become one of the greatest mathematicians in the world. Likewise, you might have gone to some vernacular school. Really doesn't matter. But you can become somebody great. So this is the truth. So why are you bothered about it? If you can understand this quintessence of truth, then you will not be affected by anything in this world. Because this whole world is just a dream. He who knows the quintessence of knowledge and realization that I have spoken of, neither praises nor criticizes anybody. He doesn't even care. He doesn't say anything. He says it's all right. Why does it matter to me? Why should I bother my head about these kind of things? There is no need to criticize. There is no need to call somebody bad or good. Last whole evening I was listening to a diatribe about this one is bad and that one is good. Any person who does this kind of a thing has never achieved any objective in life. If you have a critic in your world who keeps on deriding a person or praising someone, that person can never realize the quintessence of this knowledge. The knowledge is that this whole world is just an ephemeral. It's an ephemeral thing, it is just a dream. Some people are going to be mean, some people are going to be kind, some people are going to be, good people. It doesn't matter, really doesn't matter. Why do you bother so much? And that is why he says, neither praise nor criticize anybody. Never praise or criticize. Only the knowers of truth will never bother about these kind of things. They will neither praise nor criticize anybody. It's okay. It doesn't matter really. So what? This world is a dream. This dream will go away one day. You may praise somebody today, that same person will backstab you. Doesn't that happen? There are those beautiful heroines. They meet some great guy. A very funny thing I'll tell you. There's a very great heroine, a top class heroine in India. Now, this lady was in love with a very young man when she was young, of course. And their affair was going on for 4 years. Everybody thought that they will get married. And they were so much in love. And then nothing happened. They broke away. And then she met another guy. This person was a junkie. Always lost in drugs. He was also caught by the police for having drugs on himself. He was the son of a great actor from the past. A drug addict. She thought, this is my man. That went on for a couple of years. Vanished. After that fellow went to jail or whatever, he went to rehab. Then yes, that thing also broke. Then she was doing some films with some great, very handsome looking guy from the industry. Did multiple films. And she was in love with him. He was already a married man. And yes, of course, they were having an affair. Because she couldn't get him, she did certain things to her body. The whole world told her, what is this? Are you crazy? This is not a done thing. That fellow is not interested in you. And you are doing this for somebody like that. Then later on, they broke up. The world said, no, you can't do this. So they went away. And then she met a prince. And she married a prince who was twice her age. So now this is the whole part. Now in all this, what is this true love stuff over here? There's nothing like that. You are trying to do something for somebody else. That doesn't happen. Why are you so much involved and indulging yourself in this world of Maya? It is all unreal. And imagine, being a heroine in the film industry is itself unreal. So then what happens to such kind of people? They live in a dream world of theirs. It's exactly like what you will do. You live in a dream world of yours and you think something good is happening or something bad is happening. With so many affairs in this woman's name, what about you? What are you going through? Aren't you going through your own hell in life? And you are getting affected at every juncture. At every blessed juncture in your life, you get affected so badly. And that is exactly what Krishna is saying. Why are you affected? Why are you going through these praises and criticisms of people? They are going through their hell. You are going through your hell. All this is unreal. This is Maya. Realize Maya. So if you realize Maya, then you will be like this sun, ever effulgent. You got it? Then you will know the truth. You will yourself become enlightened, because there is nothing in this world which is real. Everything is fake. The relationships where people say, I want to have a family. What family? Look at all the broken families in the world. From the presidents to the prime ministers to the kings and the queens. Do you think that is called a family? My husband, my wife, my children, there is nothing real in that. People say, these are my parents. What parents are you talking about? Don't give them money for 2-3 months and see what happens. They will treat you like a pariah. They will say, oh, they don't take care of me. As if you have taken, right. The duty is your duty to do. And there is nothing like a duty. What duty are you talking about? So there is nothing which is true or real. So the one who realizes this doesn't bother his head about praises or criticism of others. He says, he who knows this quintessence of knowledge, those who know this knowledge, this ultimate knowledge and realization that I have spoken of, Krishna has spoken of, neither praises nor criticizes anybody. He moves in this world like a sun. He just moves around in the world like an effulgent, knowledgeable, enlightened being. Doesn't affect him at all. So we go to the next verse now. We are doing Uddhav Gita, chapter 23, verse 9. Knowing by means of sense perception, inference, scriptural evidence, or by one's own realization that whatever has a beginning has an end is unreal. One should wander in the world free from attachments. So beautiful these words are. If you can understand with your senses, with the sense perception, when you look at a person and that person is telling you how great they are, I did this, I did that, I'm capable of this, I'm capable of that, blah, 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 blah. In the interviews, people like to boast. As an interviewer, you can look at them and say, this guy is faking it. If I were to employ him, he is anyway not going to work also for me. Because the more intelligent a person is, the lesser he works. Because he feels confined. When they do the marriage vows and they say happily ever after, all that nonsense that people talk. What happily ever after? You know very well, hardly a month will go and their fights will start. Hardly a year will go when they want to take a divorce. You know that very well. And yet they are saying, I promise to this, I do. What I do? I don't do. I will never do. In the name of God, they are telling lies to each other, exchanging vows, rings, God knows what all nonsense they do. You know very well that this is not going to last. When you know this whole world is like this, what are you talking about? So your sense perceptions will say. That doesn't mean that you should not get married. Please get married. But no, this is going to happen. Please understand, you can get married, you can have children, you can have everything. But why are you having expectations in the first place? You get married, of course, get married as much as you want. You want to get married 10 times also, get married 10 times. Does it really matter? You may say, oh, finally found my match. There is no match in this world. Oh, we are twin souls. Twin souls? There is nothing called twin souls in this world. Please understand this. The twin souls will be at each other's throat very soon. So don't have expectations from anybody. Don't trust anybody. Don't have faith in any human being. Because you know very well they are going to backstab you very soon. And that soon, can't say when soon happens. Just go out of the way one day and see. And then you will have your piece of evidence that you want. That this whole world is unreal. So this is the case. So here Krishna is not saying you should not bother your head about all these things. You want to get married? Go ahead, be my guest. You want to, have a family, you want to have your parents with you and you think, oh, I love my parents. Okay, yeah, love your parents. Who says you can't? But remember, one day they will ditch you and you will ditch them also. I am that daughter who is going to take care of my parents till I die. Who cares? That is the truth. The more you fall for it, this is the unreal world. Absolutely unreal. So by sense perception, use your sense. Don't be a nonsensical person. Be sensible. Use your sense perception and know the real. You may pay a bomb for Alfonso mangoes. You may pay a bomb. Like this, now Alfonso mangoes have started coming now. So you can go to the bazaar and buy a whole carton of them, paying a huge amount of money for them, expecting them to be good. Half of them will turn out bad. So imagine you might have paid just $1,000 for about a dozen. I'm just giving an example. Half of them turn out bad. 6 of them turn out bad. So now you have paid how much? For 6 you have paid $1,000. Again, some of them are not sweet at all. So only 2 of them turn out to be sweet. So how many have you actually paid for? 2. $500 each. Doesn't that sound very stupid to your own ears? Some people buy Land Rovers, Jaguars, BMWs and all those fancy cars. And when they have to go out every day, I will take my Toyota and go. I will take my Maruti and go. So what happened to that 7 Series that you bought? Or what happened to the Land Rover or the Jaguar that you are there having in your garage? Oh, it is there just like that. But it has cost a bomb for you. You are not even going to use it even 3 times or 4 times in a year. Then why have you bought it? Common sense will tell you. Now, do you understand why I say nonsense? No sense at all. Brainless people are there in this world. Some people have a garage full of cars and they hardly use one. There are big people, billionaires, okay, they have so many cars in their garage and they say, oh, I will take an Uber to the airport and from there I will fly in my own jet. Come on. Then why did you buy that fancy car? A Maybach for that matter. There are no roads in India to drive them and yet you will have. So did you get the point? This is called nonsense. So the senses will teach you. First, sense perception. Second one, by inference. If you have a little bit of knowledge, I say 5 paisa brain also if you have. The most of the people don't even have 1 paisa brain. You know what paisa means? 1 cent you can say. Those Americans can understand. 1 cent brain also people don't have. Inference. Infer from it. Come to the conclusion, proper conclusion. What is this life all about? Why are you running after certain things? Then you will know. Think. People are talking of buying huge properties. In the yesterday's day, a company in Mumbai sold 275 flats in one single day. Okay? In a property which is going to come up 4 years or 5 years from now. Nobody knows whether it's going to come or not. And yet you are banking on the future. My inference, you are blocking your money. Why are you blocking your money? A very strange thing has happened in this world. In the last 2-3 years, the share prices and the stock market has zoomed like this up. The graph has gone up, even in India and abroad. People are wondering, all the big people, they say, oh, the foreigners are coming and investing. What foreigners are coming and investing? Do you know the millennials are investing? And from where? They have their stupid apps on their phone. And they are investing. Nobody understands that. These people are doing all these kind of things. And that is the reason why it is very difficult to understand how the things go up or down. And so by inference, think, infer. Use that 25 paisa or 5 paisa or 1 cent brain that you have. God has given you some little grey matter. Use that. Scriptural evidence. The scriptures are telling you that this is all unreal. The scriptures tell you. And yet when the scriptures are telling you, yet you can't see it. Yesterday, one of my disciples wrote to me. He was talking about, I go to this place and I go to that place. I pray to this God and I do this and I do that. I don't believe in you. So he had written to me earlier. He had told me on my face. I had never told him to believe in me. I always tell those who come to me. Now I had to call him my disciple because he came to me many times. So I told this person, I said, it's okay. Doesn't matter. I am not asking you to be even my disciple or devotee. I am not even saying that. Whichever great guru that you're having, please go behind that guy. Doesn't matter, or woman, or whoever. You can believe in whatever you want to. But the day you understand the scriptural truth, scriptures have written. They are written. It's like you cannot remove those words from there. God is this. Krishna is the supreme divine consciousness. Nothing in this world can change it. It is written in every scripture. He is known by the name Supreme Divine Consciousness. He is named by the name Krishna. He is called as Father in heaven. He is called Allah. The names are different from different places. He is one and the same. Why are you saying that there is some other person in the middle? There is nothing like that. And the person realized it and wrote me a lengthy message saying that now I understand. Scriptural evidence is there. Krishna himself is saying, I am the ultimate. You know that he is the ultimate. There can be nobody besides him. And one's own realization that whatever has a beginning has an end. Whatever that is started is going to come to an end. The day you realize this, then you know it is not real at all. It's your own appearance, you may think, oh, I look beautiful, I look good, I look this, I look that. It's all unreal. I will give you one example from my life. A time came in my life when I left everything. I wanted to become a sannyasi. I just wanted to roam around in this world. I didn't care whether I wore anything or not. So I said, okay, first I'll wear, orange color clothes. Orange color clothes? My Gurudev said, no. You are not a sannyasi. You are the highest rasika. You are the enjoyer of everything. Go back. I said, why? I don't want this world. You can't wear those clothes. And then I went to some place. There everybody was wearing white. So I said, I will also wear white. So I started wearing white. And in 3 months, I had to give up my whites. You know, those, I don't know what they call them. Why? Because I can't cope up with that white. Every time I wore the white, I used to get unnecessarily angry over stupid things. So, people looked at me and said, this white is making you angry. Drop those clothes. I said, fine. Then I said, I will wear a lungi like, South Indian fellow. I'll wear a lungi. I'll wear lungi. I can't even tie it properly. It may fall off from me. So I said, oh, why lungi? Still I can't tie that thing properly. It's only during this Guru Purnima and other people will come and they'll do it for me. And it is so difficult. I mean, if you have seen my photographs, you will come to know. I find it the worst thing possible on my body because I can't handle it. It is there. It is just sticking to my body like that. So there also I was feeling, okay, why am I doing this? So finally I asked my Gurudev. He said, what you are wearing is good enough. Why do you want to wear anything else? You have lived in your jeans forever. Go live in your jeans. And the t-shirts. Okay, live in the t-shirts. So fine. So from that day onwards, I said, fine, that is how it is to be. So, coming back to this, clothes cannot make a person. All that is unreal, if you can understand this. Just because if I have long hair, one nice flowing beard, I look like some big Babaji in this world, wearing fancy clothes with colored clothes, garments, having hundreds of beautiful babies of girls around me. And everybody saying, Om, this Babaji, Om Babaji, and all that kind of thing. Who think that is all bullshit and nonsense? There is no need for all these things. My Gurudev said, don't be stupid. Just be yourself. And that is what happens. Be yourself. Know this. And then one should wander the world free from attachment. There should be no attachment whatsoever, not even for the clothes. See, I realized this. My Gurudev gave me 2 tight slaps. I said, yeah, there is. And roam around in the world. What do you mean by roam around in the world? That question also arose in my mind. I asked my Gurudev, does it mean that I have to go to the Himalayas? He said, what is there in the Himalayas? Nothing. Should I go to Banaras? What is there in Banaras? Nothing. Even the river is the dirtiest river in India. Ganga. They pollute it left, right and center. They will put thousands of crores of rupees in it and they will pollute it. Go to Haridwar and Rishikesh. That place is a mayhem. Go out over there and see for yourself. There are conmen at every corner. So what is real in this? So when I asked my Gurudev, I said, now where do you want me to stay? He says, why do you want to roam around or want to stay anywhere? Every day is a day of experience. So live wherever you want to. So if you feel that you have to live somewhere, go live there. If you don't have to live there, go somewhere else. That is called freedom. Did you get the point? And that is what he says. Then because you can understand the truth about life, you will never run after anything. You will just let it be. And you will wander around this world free of attachments. There will be no attachments whatsoever of your body, your mind, your clothes, the place that you stay, people that you attract, doesn't matter. And that is so clear. Nothing in this world should be attracting you. You should be free of all these attachments of all kinds. That is true freedom. Krishna is telling Uddhava this answer. So we go to the next two verses now. This is a question which Uddhava is going to ask. So we are doing Uddhav Gita Chapter 23 verse 10. Uddhava said, O Lord, relative existence is impossible either to the Atma or to the body, for they are subject and object, the self-effulgent one and the non-self, respectively. All the same it is perceived. So who should it be? Uddhava is getting a little hang of what Krishna is saying. He says, it is all a relative existence, isn't it? The body is relative. This body goes, another comes, and another comes, and another comes, and another comes, and another comes. Every time you have a different body. You may be a grasshopper one day, you may be a camel one day, you may be a kida makoda one day, worm somewhere. You may be, a human being somewhere. You may be an alien with two things sticking out from your head. Huh? You may be a Mandalorian, whatever that thing is called, or you may be an Avenger for all you know. Who cares? Anybody you can take, or this Atma also. You can be the Atma, you can be the body. Who cares? So he says this is a relative existence, for they are subject and object, which is very true. Isn't it? Atma is that one thing keeps on going from place to place to place to place to body to body to body to body. The self-effulgent one and the non-self. There is the self-effulgent one and then the non-self. All the same it is perceived. Who should it be? So who should it be? Should it be the body or should it be the Atma? Next verse. Uddhav Gita Chapter 23 verse 11. The Atma is changeless, transcendent, pure, self-effulgent, ever manifest and like fire, while the body is non-intelligent, like wood. So which of these has relative existence? A very, very important question. So you are saying this is there as well as that is there. There is the Atma over there, there is an Anatma over there. Atma is on one side, Anatma is on the other side. That means non-Atma. Body is there, soul is there, Atma is there. And he says, Atma is changeless. It is like eternal. It goes on. It is pure. It is self-effulgent. It is ever manifest. These words I have explained to you constantly. I don't have to explain them to you again and again. It's like fire. Well, the body is like a stupid bloke, a lump of flesh, like a dead thing, non-intelligent. It's like wood. So which of these has a relative existence? So then which one has this existence, the relative existence? So this is a very, very pertinent question asked by Uddhava. It's very, very important because you also have the same question. This body which is getting affected by, oh my God, this is happening to me. Oh my God, that is happening to me. I'm so depressed. I don't know what to do. Is it not affecting you? No money, no job, no this, no that. My parents are being so, unreal. They are talking like this. My wife is like this. My husband is like that. My children are like this. My boss is worst character on earth. So what is real in this? You can slap yourself also. You will get hurt. So what is this relative existence that we are talking about? So we are leaving this at this juncture where Uddhava has asked this question. Can you please tell me which of these has this relative existence? I want to know. So we will stop over here. We have done till verse 11. And tomorrow we will come to know what Krishna says as the answer. So I will stop over here. You have a great day. See you all. Wishing you all a very, very happy Holi. Holi is, the dulet is tomorrow, but Holi, today we light up the fire and all that. So take care. Have a great day. Bye.